Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm back in good spirits today and I'm ready to bring a topic to you guys that I actually put on my Instagram this week, and I thought let me do a video about it while it's relevant. So I know I did mention I'll be doing my rent to rent video today, but we're going to push that back a little bit. I still got your back. I'm still going to tell you guys about that. But for today, we're going to be talking about renting versus buying and what we should be thinking about in 2020. So just to let you guys know, I'm not a financial advisor or anything along those lines there, but I'm just giving my opinion and things that you guys should be thinking about, little things that you should be thinking about or noting for your future investments. So that being said, it's your girl Miss Bree, and I'm presenting to you Triple B, Business, Brains and Beauty. And today's topic is going to be about brains and business kind of put together and what we should be doing and thinking about. So as I mentioned, I put a topic out on my Instagram. So please, if you do not follow me on Instagram already, please do follow me on Instagram. I do put up topics, I put stuff in my story which people can participate in and we can have a conversation. You can direct message me, DM me, and I'm happy to reply and give you guys some information on further questions that you guys have. So if you don't already, please do follow me on Instagram, and if you want to see more videos like this, please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. So that being out of the water, actually I've got one more thing. Actually, I am bringing down a masterclass for people that want to invest in income producing assets, and that is what I'm going to be talking about today. So if you do want to invest in income producing assets and you want to know how to, please do use the link in my description box to put in your interest basically, and then I'll be able to email you guys and give you guys the heads up for when that content is made. So let's get straight into the video. So I put up a topic on my Instagram which was a question of whether people were looking to buy or rent and whether they knew the difference between an asset and a liability. Okay, so the definition of an asset is something that is putting in money into your pocket without much labor, and a liability is something that's taking money out of your pocket. So I wanted to know if people considered their home to be an asset or a liability. So I got a few results which I'm going to present right here based on what the people that was engaging with me on Instagram had to say. So I then went on to explaining why I thought a home was not an asset but actually a liability, because it takes money out of you. Okay, so I'm just going to go into example why it takes money out of you, because majority of us are going to take out a mortgage loan to pay for these properties that we want to buy. Okay, we're going to take out loans. Yeah, so then that mortgage loan could be around 25 to 30 years for you to pay. So that's something that's taking out money from your pocket for 25 to 30 years, right? But then not only that, you're going to get taxed, property tax, because you're now on property ladder. Then you're probably going to want to furnish your property. This is your home. This is something that you've been waiting for. This is something that you love. So if you've saved so much that you need a mortgage loan and all of that stuff, then you may be considering financing your furniture, right? So sofa, your bed, washing machine, what else? So much other stuff. And to finish off the package, you're gonna get a car. And you're probably gonna get that on finance too. So as you can see, the liabilities are just adding up. Things are just coming out of your pocket constantly for this particular home that you consider to be your asset, right? And then there's some people that say, oh, you can take out equity out of the property, blah, blah, blah. Cool, that's fine. But that's if your house actually increases in value over how many years? 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, it will increase in value. So for that 5 to 6 years, it's really taking money out of you constantly for those 5 to 6 years. Whereas you could have used that money to put into income producing assets to be making your money work for you during that 6 to 7 years. Feel me? So this is why I'm not really fond of buying right now. Okay, I'm not saying you cannot eventually buy your house, but buy it wisely when you have more in the asset column rather than the liability column. So a lot of people were asking me questions like, okay, so what do I do right now? So I was saying, for what we should be doing right now, me included, is to be renting, and renting smart. Okay, renting smart. You want to be renting smart because in that time you're saving cost on what you're renting on, and you're saving to put money into income producing assets. Okay, so what I mean by this is stocks and shares, bonds, investing in a business that doesn't need you and is making income. But then again, you can still invest in a property, but just not one you're going to live in. Okay, so if you do save enough money that can invest in a property, invest in something like a buy-to-let. A buy-to-let where you can put people into that property. You can put people into that property and then they're paying you a rent. So then that rent covers the mortgage payment for that particular household. And plus, you've got a bit of profit that you can put aside to start scaling up on. Okay? And then that property, it now covers itself with its own mortgage payments. And if it does increase in value over 6-7 years, you've got the cash flow as well as the capital. Okay? So you have 2 in 1. All right? So if that property does then increase in value, then you can refinance that property, take the money out and do it again. So then when you've got 3, 4, 5 properties, each house can then start paying for your liabilities. Okay? Y'all with me? Y'all with me? I know I'm going a bit fast, but y'all with me? All right? So this is what they tend to do, which is they buy, refurbish the property. Yeah? Buy, refurbish the property. Okay? Just wanted to repeat that. Then they rent it out to people to get that cash flow coming in monthly. Then they refinance it. The reason why they can refinance it is because they've refurbished the property. They've increased the value. Okay, so it's increased the value, which means they can refinance it, take some money out, and then go and do this again. Just before I continue, have you subscribed to my channel yet? Have you subscribed? You're getting good information. Have you subscribed? So the problem that we tend to have when we're buying properties, especially if it's your own home, you're going to be buying it at a certain standard, you know, especially with the help to buy and the shared ownership. You're going to go for a new build, which you can't increase value on. So it's going to take a while for the value of that property to increase. Okay, so this is where I'm saying with the people that say that it's going to be money after a while, blah blah blah, but there's other people that are making money straight from the jump because they're getting income coming in every month, and plus the property's increasing in value. Okay, so you want to have that double edge there to help you. So then once you've got those incomes, then you can start investing in other things as well. So then that helps to produce the income to then help pay for your expenses and your liabilities, because we are going to have expenses and we may invest in a few liabilities. But if you have things coming in, money coming in left, right and center from different places to cover your liabilities, you've balanced your sheet, you've balanced the page basically. So this is what poor people tend to do. Okay, I ain't gonna leave myself out of it. I did have a broke mentality. So this is what I tend to do. Okay, so when my I had job, salary came in, and then expenses, car and finance, rent, blah 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 blah. Okay, so this is what we tend to do at the beginning. And then when we get a good job, when our money goes up, you know, we think we're all that in a bag of chips. So we start even spending more. So then what we do now is we got a job that gives us a salary, and then we then invest that into getting a mortgage loan. Then we end up getting a car loan. Then we get consumer debt. And then that goes off to pay our expenses. So we end up in a puzzle like this, and we have to stay in our jobs to pay for our expenses. But then what the rich people do is they invest in income producing assets before they begin to invest in liabilities. Okay, we all like nice things, so we're eventually going to invest in a liability. But what they do is they prepare themselves first before they invest in a liability. So they're not kept in a job, or they're not kept in a situation by force and by fire to pay for their expenses, sort of thing. Okay. So that's just a summary of what I was trying to explain on Instagram about why we should be renting. Okay. And I'm just going to go into renting efficiently. Renting efficiently, there is loads of things that are available for us, and knowing exactly how to rent and being careful on how we do rent. But what I would say is rent places where they provide you with at least little necessities like a washing machine, dishwasher, fridge, all of this stuff, so you don't actually have to purchase them. So that reduces the outgoings. You want to also rent out somewhere where they do help with no deposit scheme, so it's less money going up front. So that's also something that can save on cost at the beginning as well. And you want to rent somewhere where it's close to transport links and stuff like that, so you're not spending too much money on transport and stuff like that. So you want to rent in those kind of areas to keep your expenses low. Okay. And sometimes it may be renting out a room, sometimes it may be renting out a whole studio. Depending on your situation, I would say keep the expenses low. You know, the future's bright if you're able to save more. So that's what I would say. Be conscious of how you're renting, be conscious of how you're doing certain things, and you know, there's a lot of things to protect renters out these days, so just research on that and look into that. And if you have any questions, please do comment down below, and I'll be able to respond in any shape or form to discuss this further. So if you want more content like this, you want more information like this, so please do subscribe and follow me on Instagram and DM me if you want a quick response. And yes, so if you are interested in investing in income producing assets like what I do with the strategy called rent to rent, please do show your interest in the link that is in the description box, and I will be able to provide you guys with content when that is ready. So please keep in contact, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.